This episode is brought to you by Bleacher Report. How do you follow sports? From college football to the NBA, Bleacher Report brings you the latest news, live scores, and epic highlights from your favorite leagues, teams, and athletes, all in one app. Dive into exclusive shows hosted by your favorite athletes and original Bleacher Report series with breaking news, rumors, and predictions all season long. Download Bleacher Report to personalize your coverage.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Money decisions don't have to be either or. With Bank of America, they can be yes and. Like yes to sunny vacations and rainy day funds. Can our digital tools and guidance help you create the future you want? Yes. And help you keep enjoying today too. Do more with a bank that asks, what would you like the power to do? Explore our tips and more at bankofamerica.com/yes and.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
Anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking.
Back at it again with another shade of blue. We are the KC Soccer Journal. My name is Cody Bradley. Thad Bell and Carrie Robinson are here. Last show of 2024. Very happy to put a bookend on this year and that season. Thank you for joining me. How was everyone's holiday? Thad, what did you do for your Christmas? Let me hear about the Bell family Christmas.
Daughter came over, spent the Christmas Eve with us, and we kind of did the traditional opening stockings and presents the next day and made breakfast and dinner. And
that's lovely.
Very nice family little gathering.
Made it in from Kansas City to stay with the parents.
Yep, that long trek from UMKC down to
It
Lee
is
Summit.
a long trek. It is, because I had to do it this week too, going to Lee Summit.
Oh.
How about this? You live near Christmas in the Park.
Yes.
Can you go anywhere? Because someone told me that they waited 3 hours in a line that was backed all the way up to 470. Why would anyone do this?
Well, I won't wait 3 hours in line for anything.
Did you see Christmas in the Park this year?
Not yet. We actually plan on going when the lines are not there.
Yes, my mom took the grandkids, and they went after Christmas, and I don't even think they waited.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. There's certain nights you can go. I've been there actually a couple times when it was snowing. There was like no cars. But when like my daughter was little, we would make sandwiches because we knew we'd have to wait in line for a little while.
Charge all the devices like you're going on a plane.
Yeah.
Carrie, how was your Christmas? What do you do over the holidays?
It was good. I just went over to my parents' house. My sister brought her kids over to my parents' house, and we had a taco bar, and it was a low-key Christmas.
You got to be Auntie Carrie.
I did, yes.
Yeah, I love being an uncle. Good role for me. Less responsibility. I can still kind of act a fool and get away with it.
Yeah.
Was a taco bar on Christmas Eve or Christmas?
Christmas. So we do a low-key Christmas when my other sister, who lives in Spain, is
oh, yeah, that's right.
out. So she spends every other Christmas here.
Cool.
So it's an off
Taco
year
bar
for
on
her.
Christmas. See, stuff like that. That's great. That sounds great.
We have a tradition of making a brisket on Christmas.
That's good.
It's pretty easy. Throw it in the oven. I have like various recipes I meld together to do it. And then after we eat brisket and fake mashed potatoes on Christmas Day.
Fake ones are the best.
Yeah. A couple days later, I take the brisket and make barbecue brisket tacos.
Nice. Yeah, see, too many people just have the same meal on Thanksgiving and Christmas. You got to have something fun in there to
So
switch
I
it
got to
up.
jazz it up with tacos.
Yeah, tacos.
I'd rather do anything besides turkey, quite honestly.
That, you know, another fake food that's better than the real food is Stouffer's stovetop stuffing. I absolutely have to have that.
I will agree it's better than the real stuff, except I've made a dressing, not a stuffing. I made a dressing that is really good, but I don't like even that. It's like worthless carbs.
Here's
Let's
my
get
deal with
mashed potatoes.
holiday stuffings at family gatherings, friends gatherings. No one just brings stuffing. If you make your own stuffing, it's like, ooh, mine has chocolate and cranberries in it or something. They have to add something ridiculous in it every time. Just give me Stouffer's.
If only our listeners could see the little dance you gave with that.
Just little fancy pants, like fancy themselves too much, and just make me some stuffing.
We need the video pod for that, Cody.
One day. It's like pulling teeth trying to get cameras into a radio station studio.
So what was that stuffing like?
No, I'm not dancing. I'm not dancing for you now that you're recording me.
You know that would have ended up on the Blue Testament Instagram if you had done that.
Okay, should we talk some soccer?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
There was a jersey leak.
Wait. Back to Christmas for a second. Did you get a Christmas present soccer related?
No, I got a volleyball, though. That's as close as I got.
Carrie, you got a soccer related?
Yeah, I got a few Casey Current shirts, and then also my favorite is the Everyone Watches Women's Sports shirt.
Oh, yeah, I know that shirt.
Yes.
Cool.
Is that from a notable company or like a organization of some sort? Because I see a lot of women wearing that.
Yeah, it's a company that's founded by Alex Morgan, Sue Bird, and like 2 others.
Cool. What did you get? You had to be setting yourself up to be like, well, I got a something.
I think you've known me long enough that I'm sometimes the anti of whatever you're expecting. I got generic shirts.
But soccer shirts.
No.
Oh.
A sweatshirt, much like this, except a gray color, and another one that's black. Just no logos, no nothing. That way I can't be misconstrued as supporting a team or...
Such a dad Christmas. Bland, plain shirts.
I just try not to represent anything when I'm at media events.
I had like a little boy Christmas for the first time in a long time. I was getting not a lot of presents. It was all about the grandkids. But I got a ball, I got earbuds, and I got a TV.
Awesome.
Okay, now should we talk sporting? What do you think of this jersey leak, Thad?
It was more like a generic shirt. It wasn't like terrible like Cole, but...
Just see, generic isn't fair. It is very in-depth and not generic with the state line stripes and all that. So it's not generic, but Carrie...
To which we had to explain to Cody that it was
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent 10 minutes before the pod started explaining to him what those lines were. Cause
Couldn't have just let me get away with that one, huh, Carrie? Okay.
Nope.
No, this is why I like Carrie. She will give you crap just as much as I will.
This is why he voted on me.
Yeah.
Carrie, what do you think of this jersey?
It's the roadkill times state line times hoops.
It does look that. The roadkill. I see it. Comparison to the roadkill kit. It's got, instead of just being those clean lines, it's a little jaggedy. Yeah, I see it. I would say trying too hard. When I look at this, I think trying too hard.
Yeah, I think that's very fair because it's like very trying.
I was thinking a few months ago, I was like, how could they make a hoops with a state line? And this is what I imagined
Yeah.
months ago. Just like randomly driving through the city, I was like, they're going to make a hoops state line and it's going to look like this. And then here we are.
I can't decide if that means Carrie is a savant designer and doesn't know it, or if this jersey is I'm in 5th grade and design is my passion. Like, I can't decide which one of those that means.
I'm a little past 5th grade, at least.
Again, I will always try to be fair and say I want to see it in person. It may look better in person. It may photograph better. It may look better on a...
And with the shorts, with the socks.
Yeah, and you know the little white lines that make it looks like a female Lego figure kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that doesn't show when it's on a person, an athlete. You know, on a fat old guy like me, it's going to show. It's not just, I don't know.
This seems way earlier for this leak than we're used to with the team. Footy Headlines got it. They always get it, and they're generally always correct. I'm not even remembering one time they posted one that it was not the correct one.
Yeah, it's been a while. They usually have not got sporting, though.
Right. And it's always been longer for them. So this feels way early. I think any other time we get a sporting leak, it's the day before it comes out.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe just somebody's left that's, you know, kept the security better.
They lost Chad. He was keeping it buttoned up better. Are we going to do another one of those shows without Chad?
We need to get Chad in just to talk other soccer stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, big national team guy.
Yep. So, Chad, if you're listening or anybody's around Chad, just give him a poke, see if he's okay with this jersey leak.
Yeah, he's definitely not okay with it. Even if he's not part of the team anymore, he's really annoyed at this.
I'm sure.
Okay, let's take a quick break. We got schedule to talk about too. That recently came out. Another disappointment.
How ugly do you think the socks will be for this jersey, though? Will it have like little bad lines in it?
Yeah, the whole sock will just be the state line repeating over and over again.
One long state line, though, not broken up, just down the entire leg.
Okay, Thad, the schedule finally came out. I didn't get my long sought after summer road trip for a Wednesday, Sunday in Cascadia. That's not on there once again. What do you think of the schedule? Everyone seems kind of disappointed by this.
Again, Sporting's getting screwed on road trips, 2-3 games in 8 days trips, and it's
Back and forth across the country.
yeah. And of course, being stuck in the middle of one of those is the game in St. Louis again.
I just want to point out, if fans are maybe a little disappointed in this because they look at the schedule and just like Thad said, there's no good road trips here. 2 terrible seasons in a row, a fan base that is angry at the team, angry at the club, angry at everyone involved, and we're still looking at the schedule like, how am I traveling to see the boys this year? I think the fans deserve some credit there.
However many of them left that are doing that.
Yeah. Even the people that are looking at this, it's like, oh man, I would have liked to have gone and spent my hard-earned money to follow this team from one city to another.
Yeah. There absolutely is no reason there isn't Portland, Seattle, Vancouver swings or LA swings where you can go and see 2 games in a few days.
It has been like over a decade now at this point. I didn't get to go on it, but I had missed it that year, and I've been waiting for it. Every schedule release, I've been waiting for the Wednesday in Seattle, Sunday in Vancouver, or Portland and Seattle. I've been waiting for that trip forever, and it never happens.
Yeah, you'll be waiting for a while.
And this year it was close. Like there was one, if they just would have switched the St. Louis away game. It's actually the part where everyone looked at it and was like, what the hell is that schedule? Where they bounce back and forth for like 3 games in 10 days. If they just would have switched the 2, then boom, they're right over there, West Coast. Nice little road trip for the fans. That is, of course, not Sporting KC's fault.
No, it's not Sporting KC's fault. It is. I understand how difficult it is to make these schedules with competing priorities and dates that the stadiums might already be in use for something else or whatever, but majority of teams own their stadiums, so they should not be that many conflicts. It just is ridiculous that they can't do that better. I mean, some sort of AI could probably do that.
Carrie, you going to go on the road this year? Any of those jump out at you?
I was looking at Cincinnati.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I would like to go see that stadium.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
We don't play them very often, so
yeah.
It's the only Eastern Division that is drivable at the moment.
Drivable.
At least with this schedule.
How long of a drive is that? That's not an easy drive, though.
8 hours? 8 to 10.
Okay, that's not bad.
I made the drive to Columbus in a day.
Yeah.
Just leave early and get there. And
I've done KC to Pittsburgh a few times in a day.
All right, KC Soccer Journal road trip to Cincinnati.
Maybe. What day is this? About what month?
April 26th.
Okay, right off the bat. Before we've lost all of our enthusiasm on the season.
Are you sure about that?
It's a 1:30 game, though. So.
Oh, okay. Well, see, plenty of time to go celebrate
and then,
into the evening.
Then we can all try Skyline Chili.
Oh,
and
yeah.
give honest reviews about it.
That's right. I forgot our Skyline Chili debate.
Yeah. Because isn't there a difference between Columbus and Cincinnati on what version of that chili there is? Skyline versus something else?
I don't know. They have chili wars there?
There's the 3-way, 4-way, 5-way, or Skyline. Or I don't profess to be knowledgeable about this.
It sounds like you do
chili
know.
Expert.
Yeah, it sounds like you do know way more than me or Carrie on this.
It's like this is something I know I've read about, but has not wanted to occupy a space in my brain, so I don't care that much. But I tried the chili in Columbus, and I thought it was less quality than the similar type chili that I had in Okinawa, Japan. So
It's chili season. Have you made chili yet?
New Year's Eve, probably.
Yeah?
My wife has told me that I need to make chili, so I'm
It sounds good. I'm getting hungry while we're talking about this.
chuck steak, ground beef, and smoked sausage or chipotle sausage, or chorizo sausage, rather, in there.
Chorizo all
Little-
day. I'm a sucker for chorizo.
So I do a combination of flavors. I cook each meat differently, so it gets seasoned differently, so this all melds together, so every bite is a little bit different.
See? If you just let Thad talk long enough, you'll get some nuggets of how interesting he is. He can do it all. He's a chef as well. How about this on the schedule? What is the Coachella Valley Invitational? Is that just what we're calling the preseason these days?
It's officially a little invitational thing that they have in Coachella Valley, but bunch of MLS teams and some NWSL teams this year.
Yeah, and MLS and NWSL teams are going to face off with each other, right?
That would be interesting, but no. Sadly, the KC Current is not part of that.
So what I'm looking at is like we've announced that we're going, but all the games aren't picked yet. Oh, okay. I see. One against New York, one against Minnesota,
That might be it.
and I think that might be it, unless they win, I guess. Does it?
No, I think that's because of the timing with the CONCACAF Challenge Cup.
Oh, okay.
Got to do something, and nobody really cares about those results. So, I mean, if they won the Coachella Valley Cup, would we, stand at the bottom of the 12 tiers of winners and say, yay?
Yes. After the last 2 seasons, yes, I am doing that.
Hey, after all the made-up tournaments, 3D printed trophies, like, hey, this is one, and nothing means anything anymore. Let's celebrate it.
I celebrated the 3D printed cup from NWSL too. Yeah.
We should note that we're playing Charlotte for the first time in June.
In June.
Hmm.
That's fun. It's at home, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe Jalen Lindsay still is on the roster.
He was off.
Oh, was he off?
Yeah, I don't know if that was. I believe he was not renewed, and there was a slight chance that he was coming back because it was just a contract thing. But I would anticipate that he was not there because
Okay.
that was like one of my first thoughts too. Was like, oh yeah, Jalen.
It looks like he's with Crown Legacy.
Okay, that's the USL team or MLS Next Pro.
Yeah.
Did this quickly, so I'm sorry, but I don't know what happened after this season, but he played several games with their USL team this year.
I think that's also where Cam Duke is at now.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good shout. Nice job, Carrie. You're like Mike. I thought he was only capable of that here.
I'm still gonna give the crown to him on that, but she's an up and comer.
She's coming for everyone's job. David's spot in the corner on the computer, which I'm noticing you still didn't sit there. I needed someone else at a computer.
Oh, my apologies.
She has a phone.
Yeah, that's true. Computer's just easier and quicker. Big screen, more information at your fingertips.
No, I'm faster on my phone than I am
Yeah.
a computer.
That's fair.
Different generation. She's younger than you.
That's true. We're trying to get younger.
Gen Z. Have you had a train reference yet?
Well, we're going to take a break and come back and talk current.
Just-
Maybe some comments.
For reference, yes, he was released.
It was released. And can we verify if Cam Duke is there?
No,
Wait,
I'm one article at a time guy.
real quick before we go the current, we did have a Johnny Russell sighting post.
Where? When?
It was a podcast over in England or Scotland or someplace that has accents. I clicked on it, but I saw it was 2 hours, and I'm sorry, Johnny, but
Someplace
I
that
couldn't
has
listen to
accents. So okay. He did leave our great nation.
and he was not wearing black, so he's no longer in mourning.
Okay. I guess he's moving on. His family is doing okay.
So you love him, but not that much.
Well, I'm still wearing black, so I'm in mourning
true.
still.
Cody.
It makes me feel better. She gave me an update about him. He's speaking. I need to listen to this 2 hours to make sure he's okay and the fam is all right.
Send us a link so we can.
I'm sure he's happy back across the pond.
I don't know. You liked it here.
Okay.
We also got a Fontas update,
We do.
sort of,
What is it?
through his wife's Instagram channel.
Yes.
And I know Carrie had this pulled up too. She's much better at this than I am.
Yeah, she posted 2 days ago. If you can translate it on Instagram by itself, but It does seem like a retirement post. It's like 4 paragraphs long. At the very end, in quotes, it says, "Happy retirement, no boss, no worries, no paycheck." And then like a tongue sticking out emoji.
Sounds like she's convincing herself she's okay with this retirement. Like she's not all the way there yet. No paycheck.
Well, doesn't he still part owner of Casa de Padel?
Yeah.
So is
Right,
Johnny.
He is.
Yeah. So maybe they can just be like in-house pros.
Sure, they have a reason to stay here. Makes sense to me.
1 paycheck. Well,
Split 5
another
ways.
paycheck. Yeah.
Okay, well, Andrea Fontes, congrats on your retirement.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
He is. Great guy. Had a solid career.
Good human being.
Okay, we'll be right back. All right. Comments or current? Thad, give us some on the comments real quick.
Comets lost in overtime to the Ambush last night. They they outplayed St. Louis. Like they were outshooting them like 3-1, like 30 some odd shots to like 13, I think.
Classic Sporting KC.
Yeah. It almost felt like, because Comets have tried to be like a high speed transition team, and it almost felt like St. Louis said, yeah, screw it. You have the ball. We're just going to sit back and then we'll counter you kind of thing. And that kind of worked.
Was that the third time they've played them in the first month of the season?
They played 5 games and they've played St. Louis 3 times. And guess what? Their next game is against
No shit.
St. Louis on New Year's Eve.
Wow, okay.
So if you want to go to St. Charles, to Family Arena down next to the River-ish area.
The Chuck, as all of my friends in college called St. Charles.
Yeah, I never called it that.
St. Louis people are weird.
I grew up there. It was
not
called the Chuck.
For not calling it the Chuck?
Yeah.
I know this is kind of like old news now, but Marcel Berry injury for
Yes.
the year, knee injury, bad knee injury. That really sucks, man. Just arrived. He was on fire, had a goal already, a couple, maybe leading the team in points at that point. Was looking really good.
He was not leading the team in points, but
No?
he was playing
Okay.
really well.
Yeah, great new addition. He's fast and quick. He was out there to start a lot of the games, and that sucks. They moved their life here for it, and
Yeah, he just had surgery a couple days ago, and if you listen to the Blue Turf on our network, then you would hear an update on him. But yeah, he's
that was a good tease. Got to
fresh
go
out of-
listen to it.
fresh out of surgery at that point when we heard the update from the coach.
How many games have they lost? I haven't seen too many losses.
2,
other
but
than that.
both in the overtime. So they got 8
Yeah.
point for both of those.
Okay,
But that they went from 1st to 4th last night.
that's all right. They're clearly towards the top of the league again.
They should be all right. It's just St. Louis does have a reason to try to, beat.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to beat the Comets because they're one of the good teams, but it's also that little rivalry, and they'd already been beat twice by them, 8-4, 8-3 in the previous matches, and the Ambush had added players just to be better. So some of that all came into play, and it's sometimes bad luck happens. And I just think that they were having a lot of possession in the first, like the first 3 minutes. I don't think St. Louis touched the ball. Like literally, they were passing around and just could not get off a good shot. And at some point, you start to get that in your mind. You don't get a shot off, or you take a shot and it doesn't go in, and 10 shots in indoor and you don't score, and you start to think things are not going well. So
Okay, Carrie, the Currents are making roster moves while Sporting are not.
Mm-hmm.
What are the Current looking like?
Well, we got 2 goalkeepers now.
All right, that's good. Finally, a goalkeeper on the roster.
We got 2 now.
yeah,
And one is named Rocky Rodriguez. Can that be real?
Well, she's not a goalkeeper, but
Oh, that was another one they're
Yeah.
signing.
yes,
we can talk about her. She's a midfielder.
Rocky Rodriguez is a midfielder. One of my favorite players already. Is that her real first name? It can't be. Rocky?
I think it's Raquel
Oh.
Rodriguez.
Oh, it's even cooler now.
I think it's Raquel, something
Yeah.
close to that. Everybody knows her as Rocky, though. Best player in Costa Rican soccer history, women's soccer history, and first one to score for them, and I think first one to score for them in a World Cup, maybe.
Yeah. She's their captain.
Yeah, she's
That
a-
means Everything you're describing sounds like she is on the other side of 30 at least. Sounds like an aging player. Or has she just done this all at a very young age?
Well, I want to say she's somewhere around 30. I don't remember the exact age, but she's in that probably not getting better stage.
31.
So, but she can fill in several roles, 8, 10, withdrawn forward, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, sorry for this derail. What about the keepers?
Well, we have 2 decently young keepers. I don't know how old Lorena is.
27, maybe?
Okay, so yes, so decently young.
Prime.
And getting better.
And she is the Brazilian national team goalkeeper.
Yep.
So
Who starred at the Olympics. Like, there was like whole segments on the Olympic coverage about how great she was playing.
So great
She
pickup.
held the U.S. to 1 goal in the final.
3 Brazilians. We just need a Brazilian defender, and we got a Brazilian at all 4 lines of the field, right?
They used to have a Brazilian defender, Lauren.
Oh.
So
wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. She was signed in 2023. 2024, she played some, and they eventually transferred her to Spain.
Atletico Madrid.
Yes.
Atletico, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a third. It's a third single name Brazilian. Love players with one name from Brazil.
Yeah. So now they have Bia, Dabinia, and Lorena.
Love it. Lethal trio there.
We are 2 away from tying Orlando with the amount of Brazilians.
Really?
So, if anyone's listening from the current, please.
Yeah. And then the other keeper they picked up was Laurel Ivory, free agent.
Lorena and Laurel.
Is that how you pronounce that? Or is that Yanni?
Wah, wah, wah. We need that sound effect now, like something.
That's only if it's a bad joke, though. Actually, it made me laugh.
No, that was good. Yeah, I don't know. Laurel, Yanni. I'm just gonna start calling her that in like pods and stuff from now on and see how many people like catch on.
Yanni Ivory.
Yeah.
So is this are they gonna duke it out? Is there an assumed starter between these two? What's gonna happen here?
I'd say Lorena is the assumed starter. Laurel would be the one fighting for it. She was a backup in Seattle, played about a quarter to a third of their games last year when the starter was hurt or out. Had some really good moments on a very bad team.
Yeah, she is younger, and I think a lot of the NWSL fans see her as a good potential and has a lot of potential, but she's just not at that. She's still young. That's it.
She's more 25-ish, I believe, 26. So yeah, she definitely has that potential to be better. Has to prove it, but she should be really quality backup for when Lorena is called up to Brazilian team games.
Okay. Any other rumors that have gone around that we didn't talk? I'm assuming you guys kind of touched on the young Argentinian winger. Did you guys discuss that last week when I was out?
I think we discussed it some. I think we were also focused a lot on the draft picks that they made.
Well, admittedly, I saw this news. I didn't need to hear another word. I was all in. Get a spot on the wall ready for this guy. He's our savior. But I have asked around, and I got maybe some people were telling me to pump the brakes a bit. So
was it pump the brakes?
Even people on the team maybe think we can do better than him. So just don't do what I did and freak out when you get excited about just hearing a South American young winger.
Man, you have the natural fandom thing of like, oh, I see some player and they made a great pass or a great touch or they're in a highlight reel or something, and you're like, oh, I love this guy.
Yeah.
What was that guy? It was like on the.
I was gonna say Thad has watched me go to a training session before and see one pass from a trialist and be like, that's our guy. Let's sign him. He's our guy.
Why isn't he playing more? They signed him. Why isn't he starting? Because he's not as good as you thought he was.
And that player was Don Dwyer a few years ago.
Oh man, no, this was a guy I don't think we would have ever heard his name. They probably didn't even actually sign him. Did they end up signing him? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I think the guy that I'm thinking of, they signed on the 2 team, and he just didn't play a ton.
Yeah.
But that's funny because I was actually at the first time Sooney Sod and Dom Dwyer were out of practice, and I think they were not even like officially there at that moment for some reason. And they were just there after the practice. Like everybody had went in and they were just taking shots and stuff. And they were really good.
Oh yeah. The young Sooney Sod, that just looked like an absurd, insane amount of untapped potential.
Yeah. And he had a ton of potential. And I mean, he didn't get as high as we thought he might.
Yeah.
But there's probably a lot of reasons for that.
See, remember we were talking about how the team used to be more fun? We had Dom Dwyer and Sooney Sod, just bros having fun on the field.
Taking selfies after goals.
Yeah. And getting carded for it. And then the league used it in marketing material for like a decade after that.
Yeah, sounds like flares.
We had that Benny Feilhaber show.
Oh, God.
Kai Kamara, man.
Just Kai existing on the team.
All the things that he did. He had the snowball tournament, the snowball fight tournament. And they were sledding down the hill. And he had a Boxing Day soccer
Oh yeah,
kick around.
That's right.
He had like the golden Chipotle card or whatever it was, and he took like a whole bunch of people to Chipotle, and they're just like going through getting free burritos, and so he was just, I mean, he was so much fun doing stuff like that, and that was when the team was not as much, corporate. I mean,
not as corporate.
I mean, the whole league was not there, so I mean, I don't want to blame that on Sporting. It's just that's where the whole popularity really burst out when you had guys like that doing that stuff.
Good times, reminiscing. That's what the off season is for, right?
Aurelian Collin,
I know,
doing fashion shows,
and his cooking show,
the cooking show too. We were just listing off. You were on a roll, but Aurelian Collin's name just came into my head, and I almost just screamed it in the microphone. It made me so happy.
Another, because that reminded me, Matt Beasler has started a soccer club.
A soccer club?
Yeah, I think it's called Captain's Club.
Like a we all hang out and play soccer, or like a organization
soccer club.
Oh, okay, cool. What's it called?
I think it's Captain's Club. I'm double checking myself now. But
Love retirement Beasler.
Yeah, it's so much more relaxed.
My dad will still put on like there's a Yule log of him for like an hour, and it's just like he's just sipping whiskey and just sitting in a chair in front of a Yule log. My dad will put that on.
I don't remember this picture. You gotta find me this picture
video
of him. But is it?
It's an hour. It loops.
But is Beasler doing something in the video?
Yeah, he just walks in. He sits. He's just staring in the corner, and then occasionally he just takes a sip of his whiskey.
Yeah, I remember that.
I do not remember this.
Yeah, so Matt Beasler's is captainsoccerclub.com, Captain Soccer Club. So
okay, nice job, Beast.
Yeah, so it starts in 2025. So if you have a kid that's wanting to play, and I
bet he's got some of his buddies involved too. I bet that's probably a fun club. I'm looking at the video of Beasler in front of the fire now. I was just assuming Matt Beasler didn't record this video where he sat there for a full hour.
I mean, it's on Sporting. No, it's looped. I don't know how long he does it. I think
figured
he does like 15
he was
minutes,
stationary and the fire in the background was moving. But no, that's
5 years ago.
But he drinks the whiskey every once in a while, right?
Yeah. Only 103 likes.
Yeah, I can't believe
that seems low.
That's not part of my yearly festivities. I'm adding that to it. Thank you. And I'm going to put it in the description of the episode because Carrie's going to send it to me. She says yes. Okay.
She knows how to Google things. That's good.
Better than David.
To be fair, I also walked in and my mom had decorated for Christmas, like putting up a bunch of like family photos before my cousins got to town. And so we have like my sister's wedding, my other sister like with their kids, and then there's me with Matt Beasler, and I'm like, okay.
Proud moments in their family's history,
Yes.
you know? You got to put it on display.
We are a Matt Beasler fan household.
I think we were a Kai Kamara club or family.
My house was Graham Zusi. My mom loved Graham's hair. Final thoughts, Thad? Say something prophetic to end the year. 2024 is ending. It's a time of prophecy.
You know, Sporting may not have been the club that we wanted it to be the last 2 seasons. The current achieved amazing things and fell a little bit short.
He even added an NPR voice to this.
But the amazing thing along this last 12 months was not necessarily the soccer, but it was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, beautiful. Sporting.
Either side don't seem so tough, and 3 own goals ain't all that rough. Our skipper has just been sent off. Supporters strong have all gone soft. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. Give me beer or whiskey, wine or gin, anything to shake this mood I'm in. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me drinking. My football team's got me